I share that in our candidates, they are of the highest level of ethical conduct. And that's all I'll say about that. So I'm going to turn this over to our executive director for the GT Commonwealth PAC, Jackie Colback. Madam Chair, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to now introduce Maria Battista, and she is our second candidate who is running for the Superior Court. She brings an unusual background and a level of experience that I believe will make her one of the most qualified candidates for this Superior Court. I'm going to now turn over the microphone to Maria Battista.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maria Battista, one of the two candidates for the Superior Court. As you can see, I am at a pancake breakfast here in Venango County. I am working very hard. I have 3 stops today, including a fundraiser this evening. I've been to all 67 counties. What you're looking for in a judge is someone that has the experience that is necessary to write those important and complex decisions that are on the Superior Court. Most people don't know what the Superior Court does. Here in Venango County, that's where I was a prosecutor. That's where I started my criminal law experience, here in Venango County. And about 70% of cases that go to the Superior Court are criminal in nature. In fact, I believe I'm the only prosecutor that is on the ballot. And that's important because I've had the jury trials, I've had the bench trials, and I understand the criminal process and what goes on in the Court of Common Pleas across this Commonwealth. If appealed, that would go to the Superior Court. The other 30% of the cases are civil in nature. Those would be your family matters, your child custody cases, your divorces, your contract rights, your property rights, your inheritance rights, and so much more. All of those cases, if appealed, would go to the Superior Court. In my career, I've done the majority of the types of civil cases that go to the Superior Court, including those involving children. Now, when you're looking at the Superior Court, it's also helpful if you have some additional knowledge. Not that it's required, but certainly it is helpful. I have 5 degrees, 3 are in education. I have an elementary ed degree. I have a master's in education administration, as well as a doctorate in education. Why is that helpful? Because with all those children cases, what is in the best interest of the child also evaluates many factors, including the child's education and which parent or third party may be the most appropriate person to have custody of those children. I can bring that to the court. I can bring that experience. I've taught in a K-12 setting. I've taught in higher education. I had one son that had some special needs. I also understand those issues as well. Now, when you're looking at this court, you have to think about a few other things too. The ballot is very, very confusing. It says vote for not more than 2. Not is a negative. People always have a first choice, but we need to get both me and Harry Smale over the finish line. In order to do that, we have to ensure that everyone votes for both of us. You have the ability to vote for 2. Please consider and remember and tell your family and friends to vote for 2. The next thing I have to say is this. These mail-in ballots are so very important. In the primary, I was the highest vote getter for all of the appellate Republican judicial candidates. And yet, if that would have been the general election, I would not have been even in one of the 2 spots, nor would my teammates. The mail-in ballots we must address. I have been encouraging everyone to apply for and receive a mail-in ballot. Even if you don't use it, you can bring it with you to your election polling place with the 2 envelopes, relinquish that right, and then also vote in person. This protects your rights as a voter, that no one can say and tell you that someone voted for you when you didn't even get to the polls yet, because you have proof that you also have your mail-in ballot. There's no reason that any of us can't at least protect our rights, even if you don't want to mail it in, so that when you go to your polling place, that you can vote as if you normally would, even if you have a mail-in ballot. But please remember, you have to bring those 2 envelopes with you. Last but not least, as Jackie had asked Judge Smale, my website is Battista for Judge, B as in boy, ATTISTA for judge.com. I'm also on Facebook. I'm very active because I go to 2, 3, 4, 5 places a day, and will continue to do that 7 days a week until November 7th. With your help, we can achieve victory. We are doing 16 to 21-hour days. I just came in at almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was here at this breakfast by 8 o'clock this morning. And I will be going to then Clarion County and another event. Tomorrow I am in 2 counties. We are working so hard for all of you to protect the rights and freedoms of our citizens of this great Commonwealth. And with your help, we will achieve victory in November. I'm going to hold this up quickly so you can see my website. You can see my email. You can also see the Facebook and a phone number to call if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity, Congressman Thompson. And I look forward to seeing you on the campaign trail.
What I would encourage is just to each and every one of us to reflect on what can we do between now and the close of the polls on election day to run that vote count up. Is it reaching out to a neighbor or a family member that just looks, just really doesn't vote, especially doesn't vote in this cycle? We know those numbers can be pathetically low in this cycle. So if we can bend that curve by just 4 or 5%, that's what I call a landslide. And so the opportunity to make a difference has never been greater. I don't ever want to suppress the vote in any way. I just encourage people to vote the right way. And the right way is the Republican way with what this country is enduring and facing right now, not just on the border issue, which is huge, but certainly crime and restoring safety, law and order to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And so I'm just really thankful for everyone, and I just encourage everyone to go out and continue to continue to do everything you can for the days. It is making a difference. We've got county commissioner races. We've got school board races. We've got, there are just a lot of races out there in the Commonwealth, local races that is important that we cross the finish line and help those individuals. But everything you do to help these 4 judicial candidates statewide, trust me, that helps down ballot as well. So by helping these candidates, you're helping all Republican candidates throughout the Commonwealth. So that we can make positive impacts on both the politics and the policies of the Keystone State, of the great state of Pennsylvania. And so once again, thank you for being a part of our call this morning.